Welcome back to Vintage on Vintage. This is Steve, and today I'm going to share with you some of my latest pickups. It's been a while since I've made a video. I apologize, work's been a little busy. Don't know if you guys had a chance to see it, but recently Theo, Clemente Collector, asked me to be on an episode of Behind the Cards. It's a great series he puts out there, and I was honored that he asked me. And if you did get a chance to see it, one thing you learned about me is that I'm all over the board on what I collect, and what I'm going to share with you today only proves that. It's a mixture of a bunch of different sports. So let's just jump right in. The first card I want to share with you is my first ever football player, and it's a Harry Kane card. And I think I shared with you that my daughter studied abroad in England this last semester. Well, she came home, and one of the presents she brought me was this Harry Kane card. And don't know a whole lot about football, I'll be honest with you, but he plays for Tottenham, I believe is how you pronounce it, and that's one of the teams that they were rooting for when she was there. I know he's captain of their of the English team, I believe, and he's one of the premier scorers. So I thought this was a really cool card that, she picked up in England for me. I'm gonna, for sentimental purposes alone, I'm probably gonna send this one and have it graded. But was happy to add my very first footballer to the collection. And then from there, I went to American football. Picked up this 1972 Ron Yary rookie card. And, I had this card when I was a kid. It's in my collection, but I saw this card and it's in really, really good shape. And I picked it up on eBay, I think all in for $5, and that includes shipping. And, if you know anything about Ron Yary, he's one of the all-time greats. He's in both the College Hall of Fame and the NFL Hall of Fame. When he was a sophomore at the University of Southern California, he was actually honorable mention defensive tackle Pac-10 in the Pac-10. They then shifted him to offensive tackle his junior year. He went on to become an All-American and the best tackle in the game. He won the Outland Trophy Award, and he was the #1 pick in the draft by the Minnesota Vikings, making him the first ever offensive lineman to be drafted #1 in the NFL draft. Love the 72 set. I just think it's one of the best sets out there. And I was really excited to get this card in this kind of shape. I was in a antique store when I saw this card. It's a 71 Jerry West All-Star card, and this card's in fantastic shape. The centering's a little off left to right. Corners are really sharp. It's got one of those cool back, looks like a newspaper. You can ignore that. That is not on the card. That is on the card saver. But, I'm a huge Jerry West fan. He was a favorite of mine when I was a kid. I think he gets lost sometimes, that people forget just how good he was. He was the logo of the league, for crying out loud. Scored over 27,000 points, and that was before there was a three-point line in the NBA. And he, with his range, he would have scored a lot more. But then he also went on to help become the architect of some great Laker teams. So big Jerry West fan. Love this card. Was excited to grab that. Staying with the basketball theme, I was at my LCS when I saw this, and it's a second year, 1971, Pete Maravich. And, Pistol Pete was an unbelievable player. He was ahead of his time, to be quite honest with you. Ball handler and scorer. There's a book behind this card right here. You can see it, Pistol. It's a pretty good book to read about Pistol Pete. He's had a bit of a troubled life, but fantastic ball player. I mean, unbelievable ball player. And this is the earliest pistol I have in the collection. I was excited to get it. It's in fantastic shape. This one's definitely going to get graded. Then I found a new card shop in Grand Rapids, Michigan when I was up that way, and I picked up 4 cards there. The first one is the 1974 Henry Aaron, card #1 in the set. I have a couple of these from when I was a kid, but none of them I thought were in good enough shape to grade. I saw this one, really reasonably priced. Centering's not bad. Corners are strong. This one probably is going to end up getting graded at some point. But I love this card. One of my favorite Aaron cards from when I was a kid. You know, the funny thing about it, and you think most people know, even though it says he's the all-time home run king, he only had 713 home runs at the time this card was made. So they were kind of leaning into it, but it's a totally cool card. Also picked up another 74, and that's this Nolan Ryan. And this is the same. I had this as a kid, but not in a good enough shape to grade. And I absolutely love this card. To me, you know, it's like I'm in the batter's box and he's about getting ready to throw that 100-mile-an-hour fastball by me. At least I hope it's the fastball, because if it's the curveball, my knees are buckling, that's for sure. But totally cool card. This is in really good shape. I was excited to pick this up at a really good price, so I grabbed the Nolan Ryan. Then I grabbed a couple 1972s. The first is this Ustremski card, and I'm a huge fan of the 72 Yaz card. I think it's just a really cool card. It's a great picture of his, and if you look at this thing, this is really, really well centered. And I'm excited. I was excited to pick this up at a really good price. So I added this to the collection. And then the last card that I added, I didn't have at all, and that's this 1972 Thurman Munson. So it's a third-year Thurman. I've got his second year. This is his third-year card. You know, he's clean-shaven in this one. I think from now on he's got... he always has his trademark gruff going, but on this one he's clean-shaven. Excited to grab this one. Now I just need the rookie card, which, as a matter of fact, I purchased one today on eBay. I don't have it yet, but I will share that one with you guys eventually. But trying to make a little run on Thurman, and love this card. I was happy to grab it. Last two cards. That episode of Behind the Cards with Theo, I shared this card for the first time, and I picked up this 1961 Henry Aaron, which is one of my all-time favorite Aaron cards. Absolutely love the picture on this card. Been looking for one for a while. You know, this one, the centering's just a little off left to right, but the picture's absolutely gorgeous, and I was able to get a good deal on a 5. Love this card. I was really happy to add this one to the collection. And then the last card I picked up, this 1972 Willie Mays, which is one of my favorite Willie Mays cards. It's a notoriously hard card to find centered, and I was able to pick this up in a 7, which is, you know, at a fantastic price. You know, the back on this thing's really well centered. You know, I have a couple of these that are raw that I will now sell, because my goal was to get one in about a 7 or higher. So able to pick this up, was excited to grab it and add it to the collection. So there you have it. That's what I've picked up. Let me know how you think I did. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. Until next time, let's stay safe, keep collecting, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.